Hello students. So in our last week's class, we have read and understood the poem unit number 11, An Old Woman. So in today's class, let us write down the question and answers for the poem. I suggest you to keep your textbooks open in front of you while you are seeing this class. Also, it is suggested that you write down all the answers in the notebook and keep ready for your reference whenever needed. So as usual, the assignment for you is that question comprehension number 1, Roman 1, that is 1 mark questions, or you can say answers to be written in one word, one phrase, or one sentence have to be answered by you. Okay, so please go through the poem neatly once again and find out answers and write them in your notebooks. Now we start with comprehension 2. So the first question in comprehension 2 is, how is the plight of the old woman depicted in the poem? So let us try to write the main points to answer the question. You can write down these answers in your notebooks. The poem An Old Woman depicts the worst condition of an old woman who stays at the temple, and whoever passes nearby the temple, she holds their sleeves and goes behind them asking for a 50 paise coin. The poet describes her physical appearance, which evokes sympathy in the passerby. The phrase, like bullet holes of her eyes, cracks that begin around her eyes, spread beyond her skin, etc., describe the helpless condition of the old woman. Though she is old, she has the self respect, and so she offers to show the horseshoe shrine to the pilgrims for getting 50 paise instead of simply begging for it. Question number 2. The old woman in the poem is a self appointed tourist guide, not a beggar. Excuse me. Do you agree? Then give your reasons. The old woman, though, is in the worst condition and begs 50 paise, never loses her self respect. She offers to become a guide to the visitors. She never takes anything free from others. So, she never becomes a beggar. Though her physical appearance or condition is worst, her attitude and willingness to work for 50 paise shows that she is a self-appointed guide and not a beggar. So ultimately what the poet wants to tell us is that the lady is old enough to do any kind of physical work to earn money. So her body does not, her age does not permit her to work rigorously and earn money. So, and that too in a rigid place, hilly place like Jesuri, which very few people, like only tourists are visiting there. So there is the scope of income for her reduces compared to a city life. Okay, so then with that kind of physical condition, that is weakness, not having enough strength, okay, not having sufficient food every day because of not having money, so how can she work, but the thing is, she is not ready to just keep begging, asking for just asking people to just give her money just like that without doing anything, sitting in one place. She doesn't want to beg because she respects herself, she has her own self respect, and she doesn't want to lose that dignity. So instead of begging, she prefers to take those pilgrims who visit that place to show another small spot, you can say, that is the horseshoe shrine, and to take them there and show them that spot, she demands is just a 50 paise. So ultimately her goal is to work and earn money. So what kind of work she does, that is her you know um, um, that is the need of the hour, you can say. She doesn't have any other work to do because maybe she is uneducated, her family has left her away like that, so she has no other option left with her other than doing what she feels is right. So she feels it right, instead of just sitting in one place and begging to give money to the people who come there. Instead, it is better I do some work, and in return of that work, let them give some money so that I can have a livelihood. That is what she expects. That is how her physical condition is described to us, and more on top of all this, her willingness to work and not to beg is described in the poem. That is why we can say that she has herself appointed her as the guide to the people who come there. So we can say that she is a self appointed guide and not a beggar. Excuse me. Now, question number 3. How does the speaker's attitude undergo a change? When the old woman asks the speaker, what else can an old woman like her do in those rigid hills? The speaker looks into her eyes and realizes that she is right. So, as we discussed in the previous answer, a woman who is physically weak, huh, not having proper family support, all alone, left with the age growing. So, what else can she do there? That is the question she asks the man whom she holds and forces him to take him to the horseshoe shrine so that she can get a 50 paise coin. So, when the lady asks this question to that man, he realizes that yes, what she is telling is right. Her helplessness because of her age moves him. He pities her. He feels that yes, in her situation, what she is doing is right. He is also touched by the fact that she wants to earn 50 paise by showing him the horseshoe shrine rather than have it by the way of charity. The man thinks deeper for the woman, thinking that yes, if this lady wished she could have just sat in one place with torn clothes and just ask for alms, just keep begging for money. But the lady chooses to work and earn some money. So what position now she holds in the eyes of that man raises more and more higher, and he feels himself to be very, low, just like the meager coins that he had in his hands. So that is why the speaker's attitude undergoes a change. Means, before, when the lady first approached him, he also tried to neglect her, get rid of her, pushed her away, shouted at her, thinking that she is just a beggar, an old poor lady who just wants money and she is begging for it, and she's a very low attitude person and not worth to be even spoken to. But when she makes him realize her condition and she tells him that she just doesn't want the begging, but she wants to do some work and get some money, at that time the attitude of the speaker changes. The way of looking at the lady changes. He thinks, oh, yes, the lady is right, because in this rigid, hilly place, other than doing this job, she doesn't have anything else to do. So now he realizes that what she is doing is right. That is how the speaker's attitude undergoes a change. Okay, so these are some answers of comprehension 2. In our next class, we will take up comprehension 3, which also has 3 more questions. So, till then, stay at home, keep yourself safe, do not go out, and keep reading the lessons, the notes, although you may not require them. But I suggest you to still keep all the notes ready with you for any further reference. You never know how things will change. We are seeing changes every day. A new notification is coming every day, new things are told to us. So let us all be ready to face whatever comes to us. So I'll see you in the next class on next Saturday. Till then, you keep writing the notes, reading the notes, and enjoy reading the textbook. Take care. Bye.